I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me today. I've rarely seen economic fundamentals as good as they are now. I heard this observation from Greg Valliere, the Chief Global Strategist at Horizons Investments, in a May 18th keynote address at the spring conference of the National Association of Financial Advisors, also known as NAPFA. NAPFA has 3,100 members and is the largest organization of fee-only planners in the United States. Valliere listed numerous positives for the economy, especially the very low unemployment rate, the tax cuts, the increase in government spending via the new budget, and the high corporate earnings that we're all seeing. He saw as less positive the fact that we can't seem to get our gross domestic product rate much over 2% when it really needs to be around 3%. Also problematic are the anticipated rate increases by the Federal Reserve Bank and the growing protectionism that may cause the markets and the economy to react pretty poorly. He noted that both Democrats and Republicans agree on two things, believe it or not. Something must be done to address the unfair trade issues with China, and no one really wants a trade war that will cost jobs, increase prices, and probably send the economy into recession. Now, the problem is either side doesn't agree on how to go about this. Despite the bluster, Valliere doesn't see a comprehensive deal in the near future with China, nor does he see a deal anytime soon to solve what he called the disappointing problems with the North American Free Trade Act, also known as NAFTA. He added, "There's a chance that Canadian relations will turn south in a hurry." Well, as problematic as these issues are, the sleeper that may cause us economic troubles in excess of this is the impact of our European trading partners, which could very well be caused by our new sanctions on Iran. Regarding the Federal Reserve, Valliere observed that Janet Yellen left on a pretty good high note, that she was a good Fed chairman. However, noting that Trump is no respecter of the historical separation between the White House and the Federal Reserve Bank, he added, "I think there'll be friction between Trump and Powell. Trump doesn't want rates hiked, so this new chairman is going to have to tiptoe." Valliere also ventured into prognosticating on the 2018 midterm elections, which I found interesting. He thinks the Republicans will maintain control of the Senate and possibly gain 2 or 3 seats. His best guess is that the House will flip to the Democrats. They need a gain of 23 seats to gain control, and the midterm average for the party in control is to lose 25 seats. He said the wild card is if by Labor Day the GDP is growing by 3% and unemployment is down to 3.5%. Then people may vote their pocketbook and give the Republicans another 2 years. He then wandered into the 2020 presidential election, saying, "I believe that Trump easily has the Republican nomination because Mitt Romney and John Kasich are no threat." He noted that 80% of the Republicans love this guy. His support is rock solid. No one in the Republican Party takes out Trump. In the general election, he doesn't see a Democrat strong enough to defeat Trump. Neither does he see a credible third-party candidate. As much as I agree with Valliere's take on the economy, and as convincing as he is on Trump's chances of winning a second term, I'm not making any bets on that. In 2016, I was sure Hillary Clinton would be our next president, and I put my money where my mouth was. Maybe this time I need to play the contrarian and put my money on Elizabeth Warren. The one sure bet that I can rely on is that both the economy and politics are too complex to easily predict. Thanks for joining me.